Today I'm going to do my tips of how to grow radishes, and specifically because in my first tip is ideally, well, I'm not sure about this, but I've grown them in winter in the past, and you don't really need, like, it's probably ideal to grow them in winter because, like, when you plant them in winter, like, if they're a variety which can grow in winter, the cool thing is you don't really need to water it that much. Because you don't really need to water it at all, because when it rains, well, here in Perth it rains quite a bit in winter. And, so then that's my first tip, to plant in winter or autumn when it's raining, so you don't have to do any effort, or basically nothing. And my next tip is to thin them out as they mature a bit. As you can see, this guy's starting to form a little bit. And these are watermelon radishes variety. I'd thin them out. Let's see if there's anything out. I already thinned them out a little bit, but they're going to get quite big ones. I'll thin them out maybe later on. Well, I've already done quite a bit. My next tip is to sow direct into soil. So as you can see, this is a seed pack of sparkler radish. This variety is a pretty good variety. It's quick maturing, as it says. It only takes about maybe 4 or 5 weeks. It's not very long to grow, and yeah, and my other tip is to like keep the soil moist, to get well draining soil. In case you don't have very good soil, you can get some, like, you can either buy a bag of potting mix, plant them in pots, grow them in the ground. It's up to you guys, but like, you can grow them basically like nearly anywhere. What was that noise? Sorry. I just saw a leaf flying down from the tree. I got scared. Let me put this down for a minute. I'll show you how I like to plant my radishes. So, say for an example... No! Sorry, I have Tourette's. No! Sorry, I was just ticking in the background. Because I have Tourette's, if you know what that is. It's like where sometimes you can't control stuff and you say certain things. But I'm not racist. I just have Tourette's. I'm not actually, like, saying the N-word on purpose. I'm not, like, trying to offend anyone. It's just my tics because I have Tourette's. And now I'm just going to think of where I can plant. I can plant a few more in here. I'm just going to put my phone down. Grab a few of the seeds. I'm just going to put them right up here. There's the seeds. So we dig a small hole, poke a little hole. And another tip is to, like, planting in them in winter is a good thing. But what's my other tip? Let me think. Thinning them is also good, but it is best. Sometimes you can keep them in clumps, sometimes 3-4 per cell, or 4 per, like, in a clump. Like here, this is probably way too much. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to take this guy. Sorry, buddy. Take the weaker seedlings, chuck them away. Let me see if there's any others of those. This guy should do well. If you do like this video, ask me in the comments what you want me to actually do another video. What you want me to do a video of, like in the next video, what you want me to teach you how to grow, or what you want me to tell you. Because I've got quite a lot of plant knowledge on gardening. I want to be a horticulturalist when I'm older, however you say it, something like that. I want to do some, like, I want to be a professional gardener, and I'm just going to sow them just like that. I know they're treated with serum or like chemicals, so it's probably not ideal to use your hands, but I'm going to wash them thoroughly after. I'm just going to plant one right here. In this bed's a pretty good place to plant some radishes. It's quite dry at the moment. And let me just... So, yeah, a tip also is to, if you want to avoid pests, like here in Perth, sometimes, we don't have squirrels or anything here, like some places have in the United States and things like that, but I get caterpillars quite a lot, and I also get snails quite a bit. As you can see, that's a bit of a damage on here. Snails, slippery, and a tip is to sow them indoors. If you have a greenhouse in seedling trays, maybe 1 per cell, say like this. Do one. You can do a few, maybe 2 per cell, and you can thin them out later. Then transplant them where you want to transplant them, and that's a pretty good tip of how to. And also, just growing them in general is very easy. I've seen this time-lapse video. Sorry about the bus in the background. Sorry about the noises. I've seen this time-lapse video of growing radishes. It only took 18 days for a time-lapse. I watched a time-lapse video. I watch them all the time. And I saw a time-lapse video of this radish growing in 18 days till it was about that size, till it formed. It's pretty cool. should check it out. It's not my video, it's someone else's, but it's still pretty cool. And let me see. Let's see this guy. The broccoli, lettuce I've got. This is kind of turning into an update, so I better wrap it up. Wait, there's my Cape gooseberry, sorry. Let's see if there's any right ones right now. What was a knowledge video on teaching... Oh, I got to pull the nasturtiums up. This is getting too crazy. I haven't planted those in years. Maybe 6 years. When I can't even remember, when I 5 or something. Or 8 or something, maybe. Wait, no. 7. I'm 13 now, so a little while ago. It's quite a while ago. I'm turning 14 in September. Let's check these babies, these gooseberries. I know it's not fully ripe yet. I might take one just to show you what it's like to eat a Cape gooseberry. I know this was supposed to be a video showing how to grow gooseberry. Radishes. But it's turned more into an update on my garden, I can see. So that's annoying me a bit. So I'm going to have to wrap it up soon. I have to quickly see if there's any gooseberries for me to try. And if there are any, I'll just take this little guy here. I know he's not completely ready, but he's enough for me to eat probably. It's a little bit goldish. Wait a sec. This is what it looks like. It's enough to be eaten. I know it looks a bit greener on the camera, but it's nice. That was good. It actually wasn't too bad. A little bit tired. That wasn't too bad. Considering there's maybe a week under ripe. But still, pretty good to grow your own food. So guys, growing your own food is great. It's great. It's great. A great skill to have. Although some things don't require much skill, like radishes. Although it doesn't really require skill, but guys, just know that growing edibles is a really good thing to do. Growing even the ornamentals, any plants. Well, I shouldn't have said that because weeds are plants, and I'm so scared of weeds. That's my biggest phobia. And okay, bye. Sorry, I had to wrap this up as it's going to take a while to upload to YouTube. It's already 7 minutes long. Okay, see ya. Bye, catch you in the next video.